Hey folks, how you doing? This is Susie Meadows. As you come on, let me know you're joining me. This is Monday, May 31st. It is Memorial Day, and I hope you are having a good holiday. I'm just rearranging things, making sure everything is in the camera. It looks like it is. Hey, Vicki, glad you joined me. Hey, oh, cool, Marie. Glad to see you joining. Well, welcome, folks. It is Monday, May 31st. This is Susie Meadows. Hey, Jenny. Glad to see you're on. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Central Indiana. And I'm going to do some paper crafting for you today. As you guys know, if you've been following, every Monday at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I come on and do just a little bit of paper crafting. And this is what we're going to be using today, the Shaded Summer stamp set. I've got 3 projects to work with that. I've got just a few announcements. Once again, this is Monday, May 31st, and you'll know you're live if you up in the corner, you see a red box that says live. Otherwise, you're watching the replay, and I'm glad you're watching. I appreciate that. But you may be watching on Facebook later on, or I save these over on my YouTube channel. But let's go ahead and get going. Just a few announcements. Hey, Bonnie, glad you joined. Gang, I just want to acknowledge this is Memorial Day, and for many of us, it's a holiday, but at the same time, I want to acknowledge the folks, the service folks and their families that have served, and especially those that have lost their lives serving. Really appreciate, because of that, we have the freedom here in America, and I want to make sure I acknowledge those individuals. So, but we are going to go ahead, just a couple announcements. This is the stamp set I'm going to be working on. But I just wanted to remind you, I need to get down here just a little bit, and I've got to get my flyer. I've got it. I'm still in a modified craft area. That's why you're not seeing my face, because there's just no way I can do that right now. So, but I do want to show, this is the class that I've got coming up. And I've got a local option, or of course there is a to-go option. The local is here at the Lebanon Library, June 17th. And there's 4 different options. You could get the whole suite, which is everything you see in this picture. And we're going to be making 4 projects this time. There'll also be a 3D project. Or another option is the stamp punch and half a pack of the paper. And I've showed the paper before. This is what the 12 by 12 paper looks like. And I'm hopping over here on my iPad to make sure everything is working. It looks like it is. Great. You know, a new option I'm doing is if you just want to come to the class and make the projects, it's $20. Or if you make a $25 purchase of anything Stampin' Up, it's free. And that is also to go, gang. So if you make a, you know, if you just want to be part of this to go, you have these goodies, and you just want the pre-cut cardstock and my designs, that's definitely an option. And then, of course, I'm doing the PDF document and video for $15, showing how we put the projects together. But this is the stamp set. And here's just a few cards. These are not the ones we're going to be making, but I just wanted to show you. These are a couple. This here is from a swap with some of my team members. And here's another one that was a swap. And then this is one I made with part of the paper pumpkin. That's so cool one. So, but these are just, this just shows you some of the things you can make. And of course, it's got the punch, and it's got the ribbon, and it's got these pretty little sprinkles. So just keep that in mind. The third is if you're interested in the product of the punch, the paper, I need to get that ordered on the 3rd. So if you're interested in that, let me know, and we'll get the payment worked out. That's for the first and second options. Otherwise, if you're just looking for the class packet and the PDF, that deadline goes a little bit later because, you know, I don't have to order product for that. So I'm looking to see where to put this stuff. I'm just gonna put it over here to the side, I think. Okay, oh, the one, I wanted to show you one other thing. Stampin' Up! Has started these kits. It's Creativity Made Easy. And they have, at this website here, they have all kinds of kits. And the goal is to get with some of your friends and everybody bring a kit and just do some crafting. And here's some of the ones. And then I've got a couple, and I haven't got into them. But these, I believe, range from $15 to $19. And of course, there's always the paper pumpkin. But this one is Notes of Cheer. And let's at least get the plastic off so we can see it better. And I think what I'm going to be doing is probably here in July, we'll have a class, and it's just going to be, you pick whatever kit you want, bring it, and we'll do some crafting. I wanted to get these instructions out. Oh, look at these, the pretty butterflies. Oh, that looks pretty. So this is one of them. There's several, and you can just go pick and see whichever you want. And this other one that I purchased that I haven't dug into, getting it out of the box. Looks like it's this one right here. So once again, let's hop in here and let's get a little bit closer so we can see what's happening. Maybe. There we go. I'll get it. I'll get it. There we go. Oh, look at these pretty envelopes. They're pre-printed. Isn't that pretty? Okay, let's see what's on the other side. Okay, get the instructions. And see, I love these because they tell you exactly how to do things. So these are pretty. Look at these instructions. Nice. So, and some of these kits are all inclusive in case, which means it has everything you need. And others, it's just totally things already stamped and you're just putting things together. So it's a little bit of everything. Just so check that out. That's here on StampinUp.com. Kits is where that is. And that started today. So we'll get these out of the way, and then we're going to get crafting here. Oh, one of the last things I want to mention, gang, is if you saw earlier, I did a video, just a really short video of how to join and some of the deals, and it's a special deal right now. You get an extra $30 in goodies. So for $99, well, you pay $99 plus tax, and you get to pick $155 of anything you want. And it's free shipping. You get a free paper pumpkin. You get 20% off the goodies in the future. And you get to pre-order, which I think is the funnest because I love being in the know. So I love knowing what's getting ready to happen. So today's the last day on that, gang. So if you're interested in joining the Snazzy Crafters, just let me know. Okay, this is in the annual catalog, this stamp set. We're going to get going here. And it's in the May 21 to April 22, and it's this one here, the Shaded Summer. It's a $23 stamp set, and it is 10 stamps, and they are clean, and I have a lot out because I've been stamping in here. I've been playing a little bit. So, but that's what this is. This is the focus of today. So, let's get going. And you know how I like to do easy to elaborate, so we are going to do that. And so I have already, and I need to, when I come on, I already have my stamps normally on my blocks, but I got to thinking, I had a customer who had not purchased in quite a while and didn't realize that these stamps do not come with blocks, and that had sort of confused her. And so I explained these blocks are interchangeable. And, you just put them on like that. So there we go. So I wanted to mention that. We're going to use the Memento. And we're going to start with Whisper White, just a half sheet. This one is a long one that I've cut and scored. And what am I going to do? Okay. First of all, I got to get a drink of water. So, okay. Sorry about that. When I get talking, it gets me a little dry. So we are going to use Happy Birthday. And I'm going to stamp that first. And I'm going to make sure I ink it up really good. And I stamp best when I'm standing up. I don't know about you guys. I love to sit, but I can just position it so much better when I'm over it. So there's my happy birthday. Oh, perfect. Now I'm going to use this really big flower. And when it's big like this, I like to just turn my ink pad and put it right here on my stamp rather than opposite. You can do it both ways, but this way I see that it's happening and that it's getting inked up well. And I want this to be right here. So I'm just going straight down and letting the ink transfer, making sure I press down since it is a large stamp, and there we go. Okay, so that is our easy card. Very simple because most people have some white paper cardstock, they have some black ink, and these stamps. So that's why I always like to start with an easy card. So I need to clean my, I'm going to do I like keeping my chamois a little bit cleaner, so I always stamp off whatever ink. See how much ink is still there? And if I don't stamp, then that means my chamois is getting all of that black ink. And even though you can see it's a well-used chamois, in fact, I cleaned it right before we came on. Okay, good. It's clean now because we're going to use it again. So here is our easy card. We'll put that there. I need to put the stamp set out of the way here. Sorry for hopping in the midst here. Okay, let me get our next one, which we're not going to use this just yet. Bring my basket over. I'm going to put that there. Okay. This is a piece of Smoky Slate. I'll just turn that over here. I've already cut it and I've scored it. So I'm going to go ahead and fold it. Just burnish that really quick. Yep, looking good. There we go. And, okay, and now this we're bumping it up. So I'm adding some colored paper. I'm going to add some colored ink. I'm going to use the new in color, Polished Pink. That's the stamp set I'm going to use. And, okay, I am going to use the Hippo and Friends dies. Now, you may not like the hippos or the pony or the lamb or butterfly, but I love these shapes. And we're going to use this shape right here. And I think I've got it out. I do. Okay. So this is the Hippo and Friends dies. We'll just put that there. And we'll scoot this over because I'm going to use the mini Boss is what I call it. So, okay, this is the shape we're going to use. And I've already started this just to hold it together. The nice thing about these guys, you know, this gives us our instructions. Here's our platform number 1, and we need 2 because we're putting dies in here. And that it's okay that the cutting blades get cut up and they get bowed. I just rotate them and from that I can straighten it. So here's my cut side. I'm going to put that right there. Okay. I don't know about you guys, but I like the mini Boss. I like the big Boss too, but I really like the little one. Okay. Oh, now see, I don't quite have that on the paper there. Oops. So let's put that down again. There we go. Push it in till there's a little bit of tension, and then just, the reason I like this is that there is, it's a low tech. I don't have to, sorry for shaking the table here. I don't have to learn a whole bunch of instructions. Right there are my instructions, boom, and they're visual. I like it. And it doesn't take electricity or anything. And so here is our pretty die. So we'll get that there. We'll get these out of the way. Okay, push that back in there so they don't flop, and get that out of the way. Okay, now let me get these other things. We'll push that back. Okay, now what are we going to do? Oh, we're going to do this. We're going to do our label first. And I want to that pretty. Look at that thing. And it doesn't quite fit. So we're going to turn this. I do things angled. You know, some people like it straight on. I'm okay with it angled. In fact, I do better because otherwise I get too focused on is it straight or not. And the key thing are you stamping it the way you want it? That's the key thing. Oh, first, okay, I'm going to use thank you. And I'm going to use my Memento. And I think I'm going to stamp that first. Make sure it's inked well. And I want this at the top of my label. I'm going to scoot it over a little bit. Right there. Thank you. Yep, that is what I want. Excellent. Let's close that up. Okay. Next, I want to ink up this pretty flower. It looks good to me. Okay. And it doesn't all fit, but that's okay. I'm just going to do it at an angle here. Press, make sure the ink transfers. There we go, looking good. Okay, now let's go ahead and with what I'm going to do is that's going to go right here. But I want to do some design back here. So, first thing I'm going to do is ink it up again. Folks, as you come on, let me know you're joining us and where you're from. Appreciate you hopping on. Okay, and I want this in the very corner. So, right there is where I want that. And I'm going to ink it up again. And, you know, how do I want this? I think I want it. I'm sort of winging it right now. I'm not real sure. I don't want it symmetrical, but it's ending up a little symmetrical, isn't it? Well, we'll just see. We'll see what that looks like. Okay. Oh, now see, I got a little bit of ink. I didn't have my scrap paper. Where's my chamois? That will take care of it for me. There we go. Clean up my work surface. Okay. And I think I want this. I'm going to go ahead and open it because I want this to be here. And there. Okay. So we will close this ink up. Well, no, I'm going to work on the inside. Okay. I think I want that, right? I do. I want that right there. And I want to pop it up. But first of all, I'm going to go ahead, while the ink is out, I want to go ahead and ink this up. And I want to stamp on the inside. There we go. Do a little bit of decoration. And if I had my envelope, I could do my envelope too. In fact, I have one. Let me grab one. We're going to make sure it is all pretty. So I'm going to ink this once again, and I'm going to put this right here. There we go. Isn't that polished pink bright? But it's pretty. When I first saw this, like, oh, I don't know, it's a little too bright, but, you know, it grows on me. I'm sure liking it. So, okay. I can't remember if I'm using this next one or not, so I'm cleaning it right now. So, getting all that extra ink off. Oh, I got some around the sides. That polished pink was a juicy ink pad. And I may have pressed a little hard. A little harder than what I needed to, but that's okay. Okay, get this out of the way. Okay, I want this right here. And I think I want to bump it up. So by bumping it up, that means I'm going to use my dimensionals. I've got a pack. I put some minis on here too, just in case I needed them. So we're just going to put them. It looks like I'm going to go with 5 of them. There we go. Okay. Just peel them off really fast here. Okay. And I want you to go right there. Okay, now I also have some of the open weave ribbon, and it's also in the polished pink. And you know, I think, where do I want it? I could make a bow. Let's see what a knot looks like. And then if I don't like it, then we'll do a bow. We'll see. Okay, scissors, some snips. There we go. Okay, I really like to, I want to point out that thank you. So I think I want my ribbon up there. I think I want it like right there. I do. Well, I'm going to attach it with a mini glue dot. I like rolling them just a little bit so they're not quite as big, because I don't want that glue to grab onto something else that's sitting on the table. I don't know if you've had that, but I have. Okay, and I'm going to put that right here. There we go. And that end's sort of flying away a little bit. Well, it's a little too long, so let's just do a snipper. Oh, that wasn't a good snip. I wanted at an angle. And that wasn't a good one. I'm at a wrong. There we go. There we go. Yes, I think I like that. Now, of course, because I can, I'm going to add just a little bit of bling. And I've got a couple options. Let's pull them out here. What do I have? I have the in-color jewels that match that. Or, which unfortunately, I think those are on back order. But the rhinestones are not, and I think I want a rhinestone. In fact, I want a large rhinestone. So get the putty end of my take your pick tool. Looks like I'm about out. I'm gonna have to go get some. I'm gonna have to get my refill, because if I remember right, it comes with a refill. So I'm gonna put that right there. Do I want that there? Or I want that over there. I wonder if I can pull it up. See what I can do. If I can pull it up, I will. Ah, gotcha. Because I think I want the bling back here. I do. Changing my mind midstream here. And we're going to go with a little bit smaller one. And I want to put it right there. And another smaller one. And I want it right there. There we go. I like that. I don't know about you guys. But so now this isn't really elaborate. Really, we use colored cardstock, colored ink. I did use a dye, and I used some ribbon and some rhinestones. So there we go. That is a little bit of a bumped up version. Let me clear the workspace, and now we'll work on the elaborate one. How are we doing on time? Okay. I think we're doing okay. Let me scooch stuff out of the way. Got to have a good workspace here. Get that back. And get my dimensionals back. Okay, let's see. I'm putting up my ink while I'm thinking about it. Okay, so here was our easy, and here is our elaborate with our envelope. Okay, so now let me pull things out. We don't need these anymore. Now, okay, I got to move stuff. I don't have a really big workspace right now. Oh, gang, I didn't mention, but this is my host code for the month, starting now until just about the end of June. And so if you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you're interested, I would love to be your demonstrator. Call me with any issues, or you can contact me here, or you can place an order. And that's the host code to make sure you're placing the order under me. So, okay, so let's get these goodies here. Now what I wanted to do was show what other stamp sets or products that I had that I thought went well with this. Because if you're like me, you have a few other things in your cabinets. So, and I've got more to show you at the end, so I don't want to forget. Don't let me forget that. Jenny, thank you. I think those colors do look good together, don't they? So, okay. So I'm going to get some things pulled out for the next project. We're going to use this sprig. I call it a greenery sprig. We're going to use the Hello You. I like that. We are going to use, let me see, we need our big guy. Where did I put our big guy? Here we go. And we're going to use this one. These guys can get out of the way. Okay, and I don't know if you've seen the Quiet Meadow. It's a bundle. I just got it. I've not been able to play with it, but it has a coordinating set of dies, and you know when it's a coordinating set, it's 10% off the bundle. And we are going to play with this one, if I can pull them out. I like putting mine on magnetic sheets. It just does better for me. But these are all the dies that come out, and we're going to use this one here. And this is part of the Quiet Meadow bundle. I've not had a chance to use the stamp set at all, but it looks fun. Okay, so other things we're going to need. Once again, I'm going to use the open weave ribbon. I'm going to use the pale papaya this time. We're going to get these, move these up out of the way a smidgen. There we go, because we'll come back. And we're going to use some Stampin' Right markers. Okay, so got my basket, get it out of the way. First thing we're going to do is we need a label. And do I have a piece of paper? I do. Okay, so once again, we're going to bring the little boss, the little boy, little girl. Little cutting machine. You can call it whatever gender you want. Okay. Now, sometimes like when that's bowed a little bit and this is bowed, I just bend it a little bit to get it to stay on there well. And so I don't have a speed bump. I like to turn it slightly because it seems like if it goes straight in, it goes a boom, boom, and then a boom, boom here at the end. But when I do it at a little bit of an angle, it doesn't do that. So, okay. Put that on here, push it in to where it's got tension. There we go. And just hang on to it as I roll it in. There we go. Sorry for shaking the table, gang. I realize. Shaking your world. So there we go. We've got that pretty little dude. And I'm going to put this in right now while I'm thinking about it so I don't potentially lose it. Okay, get these guys out of the way. Okie dokie. And our other bits and pieces. Mango Melody. I decided to use a few different colors. I was looking to see what colors I use, and it's like, I do a lot of the same colors. So, but we are going to go like this, and like this, and like this, and like that. Okay, so first of all, we're going to do some stamping. I need some scratch paper here. I've got some. Get me a piece over here because that pink one is very distracting. So we're going to start with the green. And this is, what color is this? It's Pear Pizazz, or is it Old Olive? Huh, I don't know. I don't remember which it is. I'm getting both inks out. Oh, looks like Old Olive. And this is the old stamp set, and it's still working good. So I not went and got me another one. And we're going to ink that up. Oh, I can see I need to do some inking, but that's okay. What we're going to do is we're going to stamp the background. We're going to make a background here. So, and I think we'll go like this. And like that, and boom, and boom. And I like doing it back and forth different ways. So I don't know. So it doesn't look symmetrical. That's the word. I like doing it asymmetrical sometimes. And I think it just gives it some interest. I don't know about you guys, but you know, when you're stamping, you can do it however you want. So, okay. And we'll do that one upside down. And that one. I think we're good. Oh, we'll do one more there. Okay. So that's going to be the background. But I also have this little piece of paper that we're going to put on the inside. It's just a little scrap I had when I was cutting. And I thought, you know, I am not going to pitch it. So we're just going to stamp it, and it's going to give us a little bit of interest on the inside of the card. Good deal. Okay. Once again, I'm cleaning that just a little bit. And this was Old Olive. Okay, we'll just set that to the side. Okay, and so this, we're not going to put things together yet. We are going to go ahead. Okay, and we're going to stamp this. Now, this is going to go right here. But I tell you, that stem bothers me. It's an unfinished edge. And so I have to do something about it. So that's where our label comes in. Now, I'm going to use, I don't know, I'm just going to color this. I don't know if there's a technique for it, but I'm just going to color it. But before we do that, I want to get all this stamping done, and I want to put the Hello You. I'm going to put it off to the side. What color should we use? I think we should use the Old Olive. Well, you know, I could use the ink pad, but I also have this. And I'm just using the broad tip, just laying it down. So I'm using the side of it. And, okay, I need to stand. To make sure I fit it on the inside there. Yep, worked. Okay, good deal. Okay, now we are going to color our art piece. And the way we're going to do that is, I always start with the light and go to the dark. Because that way, doing the light, if I put a marker, the dark, I won't mess up my markers, bottom line. So, this is, what is it? Mango Melody. And so I'm going to do my flowers. Once again, I'm using the broad tip and I'm laying it on its side. So I'm not destroying the tip, and I'm using the broad surface. There we go. Yep. Yep, here's another flower down here. And this doesn't take too long. It takes a little bit, but I tell you, I love the effect of it. It makes it, I don't know. Yeah, I just love it. So, okay, and now we're going to use the darker color, and it won't matter that I go right over. And so what I'm doing is just giving it some definition. Where the center of the flower is, I think stamen and anthers is the correct term. I should know. Horticulture was my major, but you know, that was a long time ago. Okay, now my lightest color is Pear Pizazz, and that is going to be my greenery. So I'm just coming down. Pardon me. Drainage, once again. The remodel is going very well. In fact, they are ready for drywalling. I'm so excited. So they've got the main, all the downstairs sealed, and then they blew cellulose insulation in. Hang on, I gotta get a drink. Okay. And so that is done, and they're doing some of the final prep, as in, you know, some of the heating and cooling. They've got to do some duct work and different things like that. And I'm going to go with the darker now. And I want my stems darker, so I am just going over that lighter color. And that won't hurt it a bit. And then I like making the veins just a little darker. So that's what I'm doing. Do some of these veins. Now, the ink is drying, and that is okay, because I'm going to do, it's a scientific term, I'm going to blow on it. I'm going to breathe hot air on it. I see a few areas I missed, so that's what I'm doing here. So I'm going to blow hot air on it, and that will reactivate or re-moisten, however you want to say it, will moisten the ink. I'm using some basic gray because I want a little more definition here. So there we go. Okay, now the scientific thing of breathing on it, or some people say huffing, because you can hear what I'm doing. And I'm moistening the ink, so I'm reactivating it. And I'm going to just go straight down, put the pressure on it, and hopefully it will work. It's worked all day, but you know, I'm on camera. It may not. Oh, it did. Good, 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 good. Let me bring this up so you can see. Look at that definition. So you can see there's the darker green, and really, all you see is a little bit of variety. If you hadn't seen it, you wouldn't have realized I use these 5 markers. But like the flowers, see where the flowers are the mango, but on the inside they're a little bit darker? That was pumpkin pie. So, it worked. Good. Good, good, good. I'm always just a smidgen nervous on camera that it's like, oh crap, it may not work this time. Now, this is pale papaya. We don't have any mango melody or pumpkin pie ribbon. But, and see, if I put that on there, it's going to be lost. So what I'm going to do, and you can do this with your Stampin' blends, but you can also do it with your markers. I'm going to color them. And you can also do it with your re-inkers, you know. You can always do that too. But I'm just, once again, the flat tip, just laying it down and going across it. I need it to go. I haven't decided what I'm doing, so we're going to go with a little bit extra here. There we go. Okay, now I believe I want it on the inside. So now see these holes. I was trying to think. Oh, now we've got another spot. What I want to do, I did that over to the side because you see that up there? I want that right there. So I'm going to re-ink. Recolor, you know what I mean. I'm going to color it again, and we're going to stamp it again. So, and really a lot of that ink left. I probably should have cleaned it. And if you're not sure, you can always, your markers, just go like that to see if there was any color left over, and you can get it off that way. Okay, do some pumpkin pie, do a little bit of variety here, give us some definition. Thank you, Marie. Appreciate that. Okay, and then we're just going to do a little bit of green because we just want this here. Okay. Once again, I'm going to moisten it by blowing, by huffing, breathing on it, however you want to say that. I want that to go right there. There we go. I hope it's going to work. Oh, good. It did. Good, 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 good. Okay. So let's get this out of the way now and let's assemble this baby. Okay. And don't let me forget, guys. I have other cards to show you. Don't let me forget because I do that all the freaking time. Okay. We're just going to run this through. I thought that's what we might do. And you probably aren't going to see as much of the ribbon as you could, but that's okay. I really liked this label, and I wanted to find a way to use it. Okay, so let's get this up here. See, that to me, that's an unfinished end, and I just want to hide it a little bit. Yep. So, and I can go all the way down to there, but I think I want to go up. Now, I can glue these ends, I can put Scotch tape, I can use tear and tape, but you know, we're going to use a mini glue dot. So we're just going to put that on there and pop it off. There we go, and get the other end. There we go. Okay, get that out of the way here. And you know, I'm going to put this on. I'm going to assemble it first. You know me, I like my green capped multi-purpose liquid glue because I can do it fast and quick. And okay, and we're going to center this baby just like that. Okay. And this is going to be centered here. And because I like to dry fit, gang. So, oops, it's upside down. So I'm thinking I want that centered, and I think maybe right in there. Yep, that's where I want it. Okay. So we will just peel that around and peel that around. So you don't see near as much ribbon as I would have liked, but I'm liking it. And I could always put a bow here, but I don't think I'm going to. Now, do we want this bumped up? I could use dimensionals. Now look at that. I got just a little bit of ink on that cotton picket, you know. I don't know if you've seen these sand and rubber. They're Tombow erasers. That sand sometimes will get that. And you know, you've seen me before. I have used strategically placed my bling. But this sand eraser took care of it. Look at that. Sweet. Yep, we're going to put it there. I'm not going to bump it up. So let's get some of my liquid glue on here. And I like to always go over that ribbon just in case that glue dot decides it doesn't want to do its job. Going a little bit longer, guys. Sorry about that, but we are just about there. There we go. Isn't that a pretty card? I love that color. Sweet. Now, we could always put some bling on there, and I don't know if I will or not. Oh, that's a little loose, isn't it? I don't want that loose. So, going to doctor it up, get a mini glue dot, get my take your pick tool, and we're going to place it underneath. Boom. There we go. I don't like it loose. Now, see, I thought some of this bling, thank you, Miss Vicky, we could use, you see this holiday rhinestone? Those go very well with this. And so do the sequins. The thing is, I think I want to go with the holiday rhinestones because earlier I had tried the sequins and it sort of hid all, you know, we worked hard to get that definition. And so we don't want to lose that, but I did lose my take your pick tool. Okay, so let's just take one of these and put it right in the middle. I just hate to lose any of that prettiness. Do I have a small one? I don't. I think that's the smallest. Let's go with this small one right here. And, oh, I don't know. I think I'll put one right up there. There you go. No, Stampin' Up does not sell that eraser, Marie, but I just got it on Amazon. It's, let me pull it over here. It's Tombow. It's a sand and rubber eraser. And I've seen it. I remember when I went to college, there were some stores where the landscape architect people could go in and get the pencils and everything. And I remember seeing these there too. Because so really all it is, it's a sand eraser. The sand eraser will get the ink, where the rubber eraser, if I get real too messy with this green cap glue, once I let it dry, I can use the rubber eraser and it will take it off the image. So it's a handy thing to have, let me tell you. Now, I don't, you know, that little piece that we stamped that I didn't want to lose, this is going to go on the inside. So just adding a little bit of glue here. And I think I want it like this. Open it up and I want it here. And while we're here, this is a hello you. And let's see, we have some good inside sentiments. May the good you do come back to you. Above and beyond, you go there a lot. Love you, friend. Happy birthday. Some friendships are just meant to be. You know, I think I'm going to do this as a happy, I don't know. You know, I'm not going to put an inside on it because that way this is more flexible. So later on, I can put happy birthday, or if I'm just sending a card to a friend, I can use that sentiment. So, okay, let's get these. Once again, this label is from the Quiet Meadow bundle, and it is, which one is it? It's the Meadow Dies. So, just so you know, So that's something that goes really well. Let me get all these out of the way, and I'll show you really quick these others that I was playing with. I tell you, I had fun with this. This was a fun one. Okay, so, but first of all, here's our 3. Well, we'll come back. That will be the concluding. Okay, here is one that I made. Get it out of the cellophane, so it's, and this is, once again, I colored. I really liked this soft succulent. And so once again, with my markers, I colored these. And here I used a little bit. I got to get my cheat sheet. Hand Pen DSP is what I used. And the Genial Gems. And, and that's the Bark 3D folder. So that was something that you could use. And these inks, Flirty Flamingo and Calypso Coral. So that was one I did. And here's another one that I stamped. This was Granny Apple Green ink on the paper. And this is actually from, this used to be a bundle, but I don't know if it is or not, but this is from the Painted Label Dies. This die cut right here, I love that thing and I use it a lot. And so that's what this is. And once again, I use my markers and use some different colors. And that's the reversible old olive ribbon that blends pretty good. And I had this jar of flowers and I just had not stamped with it a lot. So I was just curious and I liked how this came out. This is the jar of flowers, is the jar, but this is this same small, I'll find it here. That is this one right here. And once again, I colored it and did a happy birthday, and I did this in Pool Party. So that was one. And then this last one that I wanted to show you is with the Positive Thoughts. I got this a long time ago. And when I got it, it was a bundle. It's not now, but the Nature Thought dies go with it. And I used this die here and this. Well, you'll see. Let me pull this baby out here. This one is a little, okay, it's not a little. It's very elaborate. Because I used the Nature's Thought dies for this white panel, for this Pool Party braid, for these little foliage things I thought were very similar. The dies was also for the butterfly. And this is some of that new gold metal specialty paper. And this heart, if you remember right, it's silver. And it's one of the things that's going bye-bye. In fact, it's I think, half price. I can't remember exactly. But these heart charms, see, they're silver, but I showed you in the past where you can color it with your Stampin' alcohol blends. I made that red, and that I made it look gold by using the bronze. Here we go. I used the bronze Stampin' blend, and that's how I colored that. And then of course we don't have that color, Flirty Flamingo ribbon, so I used a marker, and in that case I literally used one of these Stampin' markers. So this was probably my most elaborate. Oh, and this paper, I love it. It is the Fine Art Designer Series paper that's going to be leaving at the end of the month. I love that. Oh, and then I used just a little bit of vellum to blend it all in. So like I said, it's just, this one was over the top, but I had fun doing it. So, and that, so these are some of the ones that I was playing with, but let me make some room here. Scoot these things out of the way. I see these are in the way here, so we have just a smidgen more room. Okay, so those are some of the extras, and these are the ones we made. So that was our easy. This one was, we bumped it up just a little bit with using a little bit of ink. They're not wanting to lay down very good, are they? And then this one was our elaborate. So scoot it all over. There we go. Okay, so looks like we can go this way and this way. So there you go, gang. I hope you enjoyed this stamp set. I sure did. This is the Shaded Summer Stamp Set. And these are all the cards that we made. Of course, you know, these are the ones we made, easy to elaborate. And these are some of the extras I played with. So, hey, hope you guys enjoyed this, got some ideas. If you're interested in any ordering, here you go. Here's the host code. Otherwise, you have a great rest of the day. And I will catch up with you next Monday, which is June 7th, for the next Facebook Live. Thanks so much, gang. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.